had the reading for Sagittarius and Scorpio, so you can check that out, see what's going on. But I thought I would pop in to the live one more time to see what's going on with everybody out there. How's everyone doing? What's going on with y'all out there in the world? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Yeah, let's get the comments popping, you guys. What kind of videos do you guys want to see? You can comment on this live after it's been posted. Also, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I have a section labeled podcast where I have been putting some of my topics, some of my discussions, conversations in that arena. So you can click on it, the tabs at the top, and it says podcast, and there's a few podcasts in there. You guys can click on it and watch it and let me know what you think. So where you guys at out there? What's going on? What's good? What are you guys doing in October? Is anyone dressing up? What kind of stuff do you guys want to see on YouTube? Let me know in the comments what kind of things that you want to see from a tarot channel. There's all kinds of different kinds of readings on my channel, and as you can see, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's see if we can get a channeled message while I'm waiting for people to be notified. Channeled message for anybody who could come across this. Okay, so we have a card coming out. Discovery. Whoa, I'm getting that song. Oh, it's not appropriate for YouTube, but there is a song that goes na 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 Discovery Channel. I forget who sings that. But anyway, some of you guys, Discovery. This is the root chakra. There's an energy of discovering yourself, discovering your spirituality here. Discovery. I love that. That's the root chakra. What are you guys discovering in October? Growth. Healing the heart chakra. How you guys doing out there? Wow. How are you guys doing out there? How's it going? What are you guys up to? Let me know in the comments. Appropriate only, please. Thank you. Healing the heart chakra. Are you guys in this kind of mindset of healing your heart chakra and growing? We have growth. The green is going to be healing the heart chakra. And then discovery is like discovering how you can grow and how you can change. Steven says yes. Okay, so you're trying to heal your heart chakra? It's been coming out in all the tarot readings I've been doing. I've been getting the Hermit card because we are in the year number 9, which is the Hermit energy. That's also God. And so I've been feeling like a lot of the signs are healing ancestral trauma, trying to find a way to grow emotionally and healing the heart, whatever that means to you guys. So, grief has been coming out a lot as well. Some of you guys could have lost a pet or a family member or a loved one, but this is still the heart chakra. So I feel like, you know, as they say, if you study chakras, they're just energy centers on the body, then you'll know that if you have any chakra out of whack, none of them are going to work properly. So that's why it's important to balance the root chakra and then the heart chakra. So working through grief, working through heavy pain, trying to heal the wounds of the past. And there's this elevated awareness that people are having with discovering how that you can grow, discovering that maybe that there was grief that you had there that you didn't even know that you had, a lot of you guys. I really don't like this card because this is talking about, you know, losing a pet. So some of you guys could have lost a pet or somebody important to you here. You know, we all experience grief at one point in time in our life. It's part of being human. But to learn how to handle the grief and how to heal the heart, discovering new and different ways to heal that, persevering. We have perseverance on here. And also I feel like there's this energy of the grief that I feel, the mourning that I feel, knowing that there are certain people who maybe gossip. This kind of looks like these two are gossiping. But I feel like what's happening is one person is just kind of being a shoulder to cry on. So some of you guys maybe might have people to go to, have a shoulder to cry on. And if you don't, I feel like that could be what a lot of the signs are realizing, is that like I am trying to find people who I can go to when I feel like I need a friend, when I feel like I need a shoulder to cry on. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Your family and your people have been messed with you online. I'm sorry to hear that. So, and you know, everyone experiences grief, and everyone at one point in time will experience what it's like to have people be cruel to them. That's why it is so important to know who you can go to and to have that, because you can persevere all you want. You know, you can say that I'm gonna get up off the couch and do something for yourself. But if you don't have a community to go to, then it's gonna feel like a very harsh and cruel world. You know, so discovering new people, you know, who have big hearts and know how to love you the right way, and having the awareness that who you can and can't talk to, because some people are going to take the things that you tell them and they're going to, you know, gossip, or they're going to spread that. So it's important to know who you can turn to in times where you feel grief, loss, sad. And I feel like most of what's coming out here is the heart chakra, and we have victim. So it's, this card really talks about, some of you guys could see a squirrel. I see squirrels every day. So victim mentality. In this story, what happens is the squirrel, there's some trickery that's done out of a victim mindset. I don't know, is your sibling okay? So I feel like what this is kind of saying is that it's really important to not always play the victim. Yes, you know, validate your pain, validate how you're feeling. Always be honest with yourself with how you're feeling, but to kind of step out of the victim, that I don't know why that's coming out. So if you're on that energy of the victim mindset, you want to get off that, and you want to kind of take healing from a different perspective. Take healing from a, you know what, I'm not a victim anymore. That thing happened to me. It was heavy. I feel my feelings, but I'm not going to carry that mentality of I'm a victim everywhere I go, because then I'm going to be recreating that scenario. So stepping out of a victim mindset is really important for your growth, and to be able to accept rejection. This is a hard one, because I feel like a lot of the times the grief that we experience isn't necessarily because somebody, you know, passed away or transitioned. It's because we got rejected. It's because someone hurt our heart. It's because someone bruised our ego. And then we get into our head, and then we're afraid to step out of our comfort zone because we don't want to get rejected again. Yes, Stephen, you can delete your comment. That's fine. So I feel like it's important, you know, when we're going through this period of time of growth, of healing the heart chakra, then you can accept rejection easier. It's important, you know, because we can't always kind of be like in this energy of victim mindset every time, you know, something doesn't go our way or we get rejected or go into a spiral. It's important to grow in the way that you want to grow by being able to accept any kind of rejection that comes in. So I love that. owning rejection, because rejection is God's protection. If someone hurts me or my heart, don't take it personal. It shows more about the other person than it does about you. And rejection is a part of winning. You can look up any story of any billionaire or any successful entrepreneur, and they will have a story where they failed or they got rejected multiple times, doors closed in their face. But, you know, these people, they learn to not take it personal. They learn to persevere, to not go into victim mindset or victim blaming when something bad happens or when we get hurt or when we get rejected. So to come out of victim mentality, to own our rejections are protection. And it goes to show a lot, you know, having self-worth, how important having self-worth is in healing the heart. Because we can just stay in this energy of feeling bad or feeling rejected forever, and we can allow that to eat us up from the inside out, thinking that we're not worth love or that we're not deserving. When you switch that mindset around and you start having self-worth and, you know, saying, no, you know, I do deserve love. I am not being a victim right now. I will persevere. I deserve love. This love wasn't right for me, or this opportunity wasn't right for me, but I have the self-worth enough to know that rejection is protection, and I'm not a victim right now. I'm going to go and persevere, cheer myself up. You know, we have the orange, which is the sacral chakra, and, you know, having people who you can turn to when things are hard it's important, but it's also important to have hobbies and passion, because that fuels your self-worth, that fuels that sacral chakra energy, that lights you on fire, that makes you feel excited. It's really important to be able to have something to put out into the world, you know, like I said, because it raises the elevation, it raises the vibration for all of humanity, but it alleviates your suffering when things are hard. Having self-worth, having passion, and you know, not falling into despondency. Despondency means when, you know, you let something take over your mind and now you've just completely shut down because of grief, because of heartache. And it's important to feel those feelings, yes, but it's not good to linger in that energy too long, you know, because it can really scare away all kinds of opportunities for you to come in if you stay in that energy. So some of you guys out there could be praying or asking angels or asking whatever you believe in, doing affirmations, doing meditations, doing prayers, in your solar plexus chakra healing, which is the gut basically. So it's important to, if you're not eating or if you're not taking basic care of yourself, then you could go into despondency. So, you know, praying and asking God or Source or your angels to help you have the energy to take care of yourself, especially when you're feeling like alone and rejected and sad. So it's important to not only let go and let God, but to also do something for yourself to get out of that victim mindset and rejection mindset, and to go and create something. It doesn't have to be like a piece of art. You know, you can create a sandwich, you know. Maybe you are an artist. If you're an artist, we're going to transmute this pain into pure creation in one way. So it's, you know, it's not just the artists who are able to transmute pain, transmute suffering. Everybody can do it. Everybody can take the pain and the heartache and turn it into something amazing. It's like your superhero story. It's like if I was to take pen to paper and write what happened to me, all of a sudden I feel so much better, because what I've created there is a time capsule of the things that I've been through. And it can stay there, and I can journal it and burn it and transmute the energy into something really good. So, how are you guys doing out there? Yes, so let's create something out of the awareness that there is grief in my body, in your body. And we have facade here. So this to me, when I see this card, it's kind of saying to learn to be able to find people who are trustworthy and genuine, but also be authentic yourself. Because if you're in this energy of not being honest or not being real or not showing how you're really feeling, then you could potentially attract those type of people into your life. So it's important to be authentic. It's important to be real, and to know when people are around you are being authentic, or if they're leading you astray. So to see through the facade. And release is a good thing to do. Release those heavy energies, those heavy feelings, those heavy emotions. This is the crown chakra. So to release that feels really good in your head, you know, to not have those ruminating thoughts, those repeating thoughts, and release the facade, release the inauthenticity, you know, release the victim mentality. And, you know, if that rejection happened, feel it, release it. Don't make it personal. Don't make it about you and your self-worth, okay? Because it's not. So you can release some of that energy. How are you guys feeling out there? What are you guys getting into? Let me know in the comments. Yes, so this turned into a really good session here about releasing pain, releasing grief, healing the heart chakra, finding your tribe, knowing when it's time to persevere and when it's time to take a step back and do the self-care is really important. Okay, we'll pull a few of the Oracle of the Seven Energies, which is my second favorite. I don't know if you guys watch other tarot readers, but I know that Minnow, I don't know if you know who the Minnow Tarot is. I've noticed that he has this deck. I love this deck. It's really cool. All right. It's Oracle. The Seven Energies, which is actually the 7 chakras. And maybe some of you guys are going to get your chakras aligned. I've never done that. Let me know how it goes. The chakras. Okay. What y'all doing out there? Where y'all tuning in from? We have Great Big Love. I think that one came out for Scorpio. So if you have any Scorpio in your chart, you can go check that out. But we have Great Big Love. Amazing. And then we have the Oracle's Gift, and it's a cup of tea. So maybe you guys are going out and getting some tea. I was literally thinking of making some tea for myself. So let's read in the book. Ooh, this is so creepy. I love this card, but it creeps me out. We have Seeing Beyond. I feel like some of you guys out there are able to see beyond the veil, and if you're even a little bit intuitive or even a little bit psychic, you can probably tell when someone's being inauthentic to you, and that could trigger you to feel a type of way, right? So seeing beyond the veil, being able to know when people are being dishonest or they have ill intentions. Steven says, yes, I'm a November Scorpio. Yeah, you might want to check out the Scorpio reading, because they're in the Scorpio reading. There was I mean, we're in Scorpio right now, but there was talk about stepping in your power and being, you know, empowered here. Seeing Beyond, the Oracle's Gift. I'm not sure what that one is. And then we have Great Big Love. So I always say this when people talk about twin flames. I don't believe in twin flames. What I believe is that you have to give yourself the love that you would give someone else in order to heal yourself. So it's important to start there when we want great big love. I say this all the time, but it's really hard to do. So try and wake up, to be in a good mood, and to remind yourself that everything you do should be from a place of love. I don't know how, honestly, it's hard. I have a hard time doing that myself. So 37, Oracle's Gift. Let's see what that one is. But yes, I feel like a lot of you guys who come to tarot and watch tarot are able to probably see through people's facades, see through the veil, understand when someone's being fake or inauthentic. Some of you guys could probably see, I don't call them, I know there's the word ghost. I don't believe in ghosts, the word ghost, but I feel like it's entities. You could maybe see paranormal activity being played out. And so the way that works is that sometimes people actually are, I don't want to say possessed, but under the influence of some kind of lower or higher vibration. And I feel like some of you guys could be very tapped in, to the paranormal as well. Number 37, the Oracle's gift. When we ask for a sign from the universe, we are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. Oh, okay. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. I was literally just saying that, you guys, with this card. I feel like some of you guys can see beyond time and space. It sounds really weird and really out there, but I think that we can pick up on these things, and you feel it in your body, right? You feel it. So, Oracle shows up in a myriad of ways. Sometimes you see it on a billboard, or you hear a song, or you pull an Oracle card and you get the message you need. Regardless of how the sign appears, an Oracle is a reminder that you are part of this vast universe. Great mystery and loved and cared for. It's a reminder that life is magical and that you are magical. Today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune into source, and to be able to read the signs reflecting true and real within you. Clairvoyance, second sight, seeing the future. A lot of you guys can probably see the future. I don't know what you're asking. So I feel like a lot of you guys can probably predict things and probably see the future, and you can see beyond the veil, and you need to trust in your energy, because you're welcome, Stephen. If you believe in God, if you believe in source, if you believe in a higher consciousness, they don't want you to suffer. They want you to experience this big love, and the way that you're going to experience it is by giving it to yourself and by feeling it through other people. What I mean by that is by kind of being a source of love for others, not necessarily talking about like a romantic relationship, but talking about all the different types of love that are out there. And source's love, divine's love, God's love, that we all have that all the time. We all have the love within us. Okay, so let's read Seeing Beyond, number 36. That these two cards are back to back, so but I feel like a lot of you guys, if you tap into it, you can absolutely be telepathic, read minds, see beyond the veil, tap into these energies. So seeing beyond, vision, the capacity to imagine something, to look beyond the material, beyond the obvious, the realm of the transparent, getting out of your own way and discarding your projected outcomes. Do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know, or can you allow yourself to see beyond into the vastness of potential? So this is like manifestation energy. This is like having a vision board. This is like what I dream comes to reality, right? Because it's all like a synchronicity in our mind here. So there are two ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective. What you see is what you get. The second is allowing your imagination to see beyond something is right now and move into a place that doesn't yet exist in the material world. So this is like parallel, like paradigm shifting, quantum shifting. This is like what they talk about in the esoterics, like what they talk about in the Matrix. And I feel like this is a capability that's not woo. Everybody can do this. Everybody can have a vision board and to see, like, be creative in seeing potential outcomes for your life, right? If you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding the traps of fearful projection and drama, you can connect to any reality you truly want to experience. This is like very much of the law of attraction, and the law of assumption. Today, know that your vision, what you imagined forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. Don't worry about the timing of things. Your job is to continue to imagine. Take a few steps forward, then imagine some more. The universe's job is to make it real. What a fabulous partnership. This is basically saying that you have the mental power and capacity to not only be clairvoyant, but to level up your life in ways that you never imagined. And it's possible if you believe it, if you know how to use it. And then we have Great Big Love, number 26, Seeing Beyond. Number 26. It's good to read. Great Big Love, love without conditions, romantic love, and how that experience changes you, deep and profound harmonious connections, soulmates. Love heals all wounds, begins all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspective of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. So, wow. There's a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of a relationship when nothing else matters but who is in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. Oh, wow. You surrender to the magic you share and engage in a harmonious dance that is seamless in movements and falling with each moment, each breath. Although this card may portend such an intimate connection, you don't have to wait for a partner to experience it. You're being invited now to explore love in all its beauty. Can you love without conditions, without needing things to be perfect? Do you love your life, what you do, and how you contribute to the world? Today, invite love with a capital L into your inquiry. You may be amazed, and your very question may be changed as a result. Love is the strength you need today, the lens you must look through to find the truth and your way. Love is the way, the only way, and the only answer. So this is very much saying to embody love all the time if that's what you want to create. But with all these cards together, I feel like a lot of you guys could actually see beyond the veil when it comes to potential love interests. That could be rather intimidating. But yes, if you're able to imagine a certain kind of love for yourself, and it might sound crazy and it might sound out there, but the way to do that, to create that, to manifest that, to call that into your life, that's what this spread is saying here. That you can call in this great big love by being in love with your life, being in love with yourself, being in love with the things that you do. So trying to create a life that you love will help for you to bring in love, and having a vision of what it looks like, being creative with that. So manifestation, when you do like affirmations or manifestations for love, it's never about a specific person. It's always about love in and of itself. So see beyond the veil, see beyond what's right in front of you. Use your clairvoyance or psychicness to see beyond the veil and to create these visions of love and to embody that every day so that you can invite that into your life if that's what you're looking for. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here because my throat is really dry. But thank you so much for coming out, and I will see y'all at the next one. Bye.